Grindr and all these dating apps bring out the worst in people. Hey, my name's Abu, and today I wanted to make another video where I want to talk about why I deleted Grindr and all the dating apps. I made a little list of why I did this, but I did this like a few weeks ago, and my plan is to stay this way forever because I'm just so over it and I'm ready for a different perspective and living life in a different way. Because I'm just tired of looking for short-term pleasures that is causing me long-term pain. And that's exactly what these apps were doing. And I made a little bit of a list of the reasons why I deleted these apps. And so yeah, I thought I would go through that and kind of share that, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's kind of fed up with this whole app world and living in this society where we're kind of looking for gratification online. There's just an over-sexualization of our society, and the apps are definitely causing more problems than good. It's causing everybody to objectify everybody and getting everybody to think really in a shallow way. And we're just connecting less, and I think it's kind of a problem. And if you want to make a change, take a look at yourself and make that change. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this video. So I made a little list, and on my number one reason why I deleted Grindr and all these apps was because it's a waste of time. I always found that a lot of the conversations didn't lead anywhere, and they were super shallow conversations, and those kind of conversations were kind of probably bleeding into other aspects of my life, like these little small conversations. And even when you would find somebody that has wants to go deep with you or whatever, there was always like this underlying like, oh, I'm going deep because I want something else out of it, not because I'm just doing it for the reason of connecting, which is the reason why you should have a deep a conversation that's deep, is to connect and have that human connection. But yeah, I found that a lot of conversations just didn't go anywhere and didn't lead anywhere. And there was a lot of small conversations, and it was just a waste of time, and it was just super shallow and a lot of small talk. And I found that I would be looking online, looking on Grindr and looking on the apps, trying to find somebody to hang out with or whatever, you know what I mean? And a lot of the conversations that we have wouldn't go anywhere, and it was just a waste of time. And I found that a lot of times I was spending a lot of hours probably on that app, trying to find somebody to love and somebody to connect with. But in reality, I was just wasting my time, and my focus was just spread into all these like tiny conversations with all these random people that probably weren't worth my time at all, none of them. And it was going nowhere anyway. So a waste of time. That's number one. That's the number one reason why I deleted these apps. I want to focus in my life, and I'm tired of spreading my energy in all these places that really don't matter. Okay, number two is you really don't know who you're talking to. Even if they're sending you pictures, even if they're talking in a certain way, that doesn't mean that in person they're gonna be like that, they're gonna look like that. And you can't really smell someone over the phone. So you might meet up with somebody, oh, you look so good or whatever, but they might smell bad, you know what I mean? So there's this element of like, they're a stranger, you don't know what you're really getting into, and you're like mixing your energy with this person. Even if you're not like engaging sexually with this person or whatever, you're kind of like exchanging energy in whatever way that communication is, and you don't really know them, and you want to keep your energy sacred. Well, I'm talking to myself. I don't know, y'all do what you got to do. I'm not trying to tell anybody in this video that you need to do this or you need to do that. I'm just telling you my reasons of why I have now deleted these apps after years of being on these apps, and that's just where I'm at with it. First of all, it's a waste of time. Second of all, you don't know who you're dealing with and who you're mixing your energy with. Even when you meet up, you don't really know that person. So those are my first top two reasons. And also, you don't know what they're gonna smell like. Number four, at the beginning I said that all these apps bring out the worst in humanity. The racism, oh my God. So even when I'm talking to people, sending them my pictures and stuff like that, it's all cool, but as soon as somebody finds out that I'm South Asian, block. Oh, where's your background? Pakistani, block. Are you South Asian? Yes, block. Like, Oh my God, there's more to me than I'm connected to my background in South Asian culture, and I love where I come from. But also, I grew up in Canada. I'm a Western kid. There's a lot more to me than my background. Also, there's a lot more to me than just being gay. There's a lot more to me than being brown. A lot more to me than just being Muslim. There's a lot more to me. Like, I'm a human being. There's a lot of aspects to me that you cannot understand just by a label. Racism, ageism, just all the isms and all the phobias just really come out because the worst in humanity comes out on these apps, and everybody just out here objectifying, and your brain is so cluttered. Especially if you have these apps, you definitely have soft porn going on, or porn that's like making your brain think in a really objectifying way, which is kind of ruining your focus as well. And I'm bringing it back to focus, because if you want to do something with your life and you want to be better, then you want to focus, then you want to get that focus really strong. And if you're spending all your energy all in these random places, exchanging your energy with all these people that you don't know, then that focus isn't going to be as steady and strong as you need it to be to do something real with your life. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are some of my reasons. Okay, I also wrote, it plays with your self-worth, your self-esteem, your confidence. So you're putting people on a pedestal and you're saying, oh, like I want this person, or whoever I'm talking to, oh, they're so attractive, or I want somebody that's like this. And you're putting somebody on a pedestal, and that means that you are not on that pedestal. And what's happening is that when you do get the block, or you do get the whatever, the rejections or whatever, you start feeling like it plays on your self-worth. But their racism, their homophobia, or their sexism, or their ageism, or whatever, their shallowness is not a look on your part. It says more about them than it ever said about you. And when you're on these apps, you get clouded and you think it's about you. And I know I've felt this, and I'm being on those apps lowered my self-worth 100%. And it played with my confidence. I'm a confident person, and I'm a catch, girl. Like, I'm attractive, I got a good personality, I'm connected, I'm spiritual. There's just so much good about me, and I don't need to be putting people on a pedestal. And I think that being off these apps, I'm going to be putting myself on a pedestal, and then the amount of guys that are going to be coming around is going to be insane. But I really don't need to be looking, and I want to be focused in my life, and I believe in fate. I believe that if somebody's meant to be in my life, they'll come. But I'm tired of this over-sexualization of the world that we live in. And I'm trying to get focused and build a career, girl. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. I also wrote that it turns you cynical. And you walk around in life objectifying everything and thinking in a sexual way. And instead of focusing and being able to be in your stillness, you're kind of, your mind wanders to sexual places. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be horny, or that sex is like a horrible thing or whatever. Do what you gotta do. And horniness means that you're healthy. And I'm not trying to demonize it, but I'm trying to say that if you look back years and years ago, there was sweet love that happened. There was a pure love that happened. There was grace. There was modesty that led to some pure love. You know what I mean? Of course, there was bad things going on back then too, and a lot of shallowness in terms of lack of awareness of people's experiences, and lots of racism and whatever as well. But at the same time, I feel like nowadays it's harder to find like pure innocent love and kind of access that beauty, that sweet love, you know, sweet love. You know, Anita Baker, if you know, you know. But yeah, that's kind of like a lot of the big reasons why I deleted the apps. And I believe that I'm gonna have no shortage of fun in my life. I'm gonna have no shortage of love in my life because I've deleted these apps. I think that it's only gonna grow because I'm focusing on myself, and the stuff that I'm gonna get in my life is gonna be long-term pleasure. For short-term pain, I don't get to get that instant gratification. but in the long term, I'm gonna feel better in so many ways. And I hope that it's making sense to whoever's listening, because that's what I'm feeling, and that's what my heart has been saying. And I'm finally making this move. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks this way. If you're watching this video, maybe you feel this way and you could just want that extra motivation. And I'm saying, do it. Try it. Try just for a little bit. You know what I mean? And we're not demonizing sex, and we're not demonizing our biology. We are just saying that maybe there's a better way, and society is just trying to profit off of our bodily needs, and we're giving in, and we're doing the short-term pleasure thing for long-term pain, where I think the short-term pain is gonna give you long-term pleasure, and that's kind of where I want to head with my life. So thank you for watching this video. That's kind of why I've deleted these apps, and I'm trying to live a life in a different way. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Mwah! Love you, bye.